Hi everyone, it's Karen. Thanks for stopping by. I am ready to show you. I have 5 of my alternate cards for my paper pumpkin. And I'm going to have more. I haven't even gotten into the vellum circles and the wood and all that stuff. So I basically was just working with the paper first, and then I usually go to the other stuff. So I have made 5 cards for you, and let's look at them. Okay, so this was my first one. I cut my triangle out of my envelope. I have it on cherry cobbler cardstock, very vanilla, which I sent through my embossing machine, well, my embossing folder through my Sizzix. These are the green things that come with it, and that doesn't look like it's on there too well. And I don't know what these things are called, but I call them the things that fall off the car after you get the tree and tie it up and lug it home. These are the pieces that fall on the ground, and people then put them on their door like, oh, we got this fancy thing. And it's like, yeah, fell off the car. My mother would send us out to the street to go get the pieces. So this is my card, just reminiscing from my childhood, my children's childhood also. Also, with those same things, because we picked them up and they were extras, I made a wreath for this card, stamped it. These are also my envelopes that I cut open, and that was that one. And I did this one. This was the first one I used to tag. So I still have my tags, my vellum circles and squares, rectangles, and whatever else in there that I haven't used yet. But I will, I promise. So this, I just cut the paper in a diagonal, cut some cherry cobbler and the other side, and ran some little gold up the middle. This, I used the crumb cake paper. Some more of these little sprigs in the street. I'm telling you, when you go get your tree, look in the street. Your neighbors will be picking them up and putting them on their door. Just saying. So anyway, this was that card. This was my next card, and this is the card we're going to make today. And it looks hard, but honestly, it really isn't. So this is just vanilla, very vanilla. I ran through an embossing folder, and then little things and doodads and paper that is in the kit with the cherry cobbler. Excuse me, somebody want to go in timeout? No barking. And this was my favorite card. I basically punched out some circles and squares, and this is the, what is that? It's one of the soft suede that was also mentioned as it coordinates to this kit. This, oh, I lied. I did use a piece of the wood to make my little snowman handle. And yeah, so this was a fun card to make. I also used some snowflakes, and I embossed them with Stampin' Up's white embossing powder. And that's the 5 that I have for right now. So we are going to make this cute little tree. And basically, it's 4 size squares. It's 3 by 3, 2.5 by 2.5, 1.5 by 1.5, and 1 by 1, 3, 2, no, 3, 2.5, 2, and 1.5. And I'll put them in the, link them down there with all the other info. So I just did a video and it died, so I already cut this, but I think just to show you better, I just have a bigger piece of paper. I think this is rose red, but it's retired, and so now I'm wasting it, which is not right. I agree with you. So anyway, what you're going to do, I'm going to put you down, and then we will go over it. All right, now clear you some space. So what you're going to do is fold it in half. And if you are really one of those people that needs to score, you can absolutely score it. I did not. Well, I did my first one, then realized that my fingernail did a really good job and everything was good. So you are folding in half both ways so that you get an X or a plus sign. I guess it's a plus sign, that would be an X. So once you do this, you're going to go diagonally across both ways. I need my glasses, sorry. See, look how crooked that is. And then you're going to go diagonal the other way. I made these a few years ago, and I made them with cardstock. And it is harder to make them with cardstock, but this paper in the kit is kind of heavy too, but it all worked out good. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to fold it in half again, and you're going to push in the sides. So you have this, and then you're going to push in and fold it like that, and do the same thing on the other side. Just push it in, and now you have a triangle. So then what you're going to do is take the edge of the triangle and fold it into that center crease. And this is where you have like a little, I lose everything. It doesn't matter how prepared I am for a video, I lose stuff. So I'm going to use this just to crease it, because you do need your bone folder because it does get thick. It doesn't get as thick as this cardstock, but it gets thick. So I'm so professional with my... Okay. So now you have this. And you could stop right here, and this could be part of your tree. But I like to then fold it over again. So you take the inside of your triangle, and then you fold it. Oh, you know what? I decided against that way. I'm sorry, I forgot. I only went this far. The first time I did it, I went that way, and it was a nightmare because it's just too hard and too thick. So this is your piece. So you want to do it again? We'll do it with the regular paper, which I did in the first video, and that's why it's all creased up. Okay, so you're going to fold it this way, and I know some people call that a hamburger fold, and I don't get it, but if that works for you, I believe it's a hamburger fold. And then we're going to fold it again this way. I think UPS is here. And then, so you've got over and over, triangle. And I would stop here and then delete it. My dog's barking their head off, but I don't know how to do that. And I only work on my phone. So if anybody has an easy camera that does all that, I would love to hear about it. So triangle to triangle, and go back to your square. Take your ends, and you fold them in. And then you take, again, these front pieces, fold them into the center. Does somebody want to go in timeout? Bailey, you go timeout right now. They actually do go to timeout. I don't know why or how, but they do. They sit in the corner of my kitchen and go to timeout. And I don't complain about that. So, anyway, now that we've done it twice, let's make our card. So, I have a regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 fold, no, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 folded at 4 1/4. And I had this embossing folder already. It's not Stampin' Up. I think it's Anna Griffin. So I'm going to take my fuse, and we are going to attach it. So the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So my next mat is always just a quarter off. So it's 5 1/4 by 4. And then I just wing this part until we have this. I hope you guys can see this. Like I say, I can't zoom you in because the buttons are just on the sides, which are in the thing, and I apologize. And let's start with, do one that starts with red. So this would be your 3 by 3. Place it here. And this would be your 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And just kind of tuck it in And this is your 2x2. And this little baby is your 1.5 by 1.5, which goes in there. And of course, my little tape is missing. It is easier to do it with your score tape, just because it's not all sticky all at once. However, it will be all sticky for me because I can't find it. So I am going to have to do it the hard way, and you guys will all do it the easy way. Yep, no, it's gone. It's probably on the floor. My dog's probably sleeping on it in their bed. Okay, so we are going to, you basically just tuck each one into it, the next one, if you guys can see that. The inside gets tucked into the bottom piece. But first we have to put on our oval circle, which is, it's about 3.5 by 3.5. The middle part is 3.5. So we are going to glue this down, and it has the stitches. This is not Stampin' Up because I had it before I joined Stampin' Up. But since my Stampin' Up career is going down the toilet, I might not be a Stampin' Up demonstrator for much longer because I don't have any customers. And although I am the best customer, yeah, it's a lot of money to be the only customer to keep you in business. So if somebody out there does not have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours, and I would spoil you rotten. I will send you gifts. The first person who spends over $50 on Stampin' Up, I'll give you my link at the end. I will spoil you so badly you won't know what hit you. That's just a promise. I'm not kidding. I will spoil you. Okay, now that I've tried to bribe anybody who's watching this. Okay, so this goes down at the bottom, but I'm really not kidding. I don't know if that's legal. Maybe it's racketeering. I don't know. I'm willing to racketeer if that's what it takes. Because I really don't want to stop because I love it. But I do need a customer. I did have one customer. And I got a notice from Stampin' Up saying, oh, you have an order from a customer that you can go in and find a demonstrator in your area. And someone found my name. And they spent $10. And I was so excited. And I sent them an email. Then I sent them another one. And then I had to say, I'm not stalking you. I just want to see if there's anything I could help you with. And yeah, I never heard back from her. Because I probably did seem like a stalker. I just want to spread the word of Stampin' Up because I love it. But, like I say, time is running out. Okay, so we are on I Love Fuse. And it's sad that it's going, but it is in the catalog. And you guys know about the catalogs coming up, the celebration, all that fun stuff. It's all coming up. And I will put all the info down at the bottom. And I'm on my last little triangle because my little self-promotion gig has to be over with. And my last guy goes on the very tippy top and stuck to my fingers. Bae, you can get out of timeout now. Good girl. Yeah, I forget where timeout with that the dog started. And I just said, that's it, get in timeout. And they totally did. And I was like, oh. Like I showed them where timeout was. I didn't just say, go find yourself timeout. And I walked over with them and I said, that's it, get in timeout. And they did. And then a few times I forget they're in there because they just go without a problem. Okay, so we need some gold. And I just have a little star punch. Oh, I think there's one in there. Oh, the pieces of one. And you can get this gold anywhere. And if you spend $50 with me, I'll send you some gold paper. Okay, so now we have our star. little gold star that'll bring out the gold in the paper, which this paper, I mean, you guys got to admit, it's gorgeous. I mean, who doesn't love plaid at Christmas? Right, Sue? Sue is my friend. She lives in Canada, and we kind of just hooked up with each other, and I gotta find my soft suede, sorry. Just unprepared once again. Like, I never put anything away, and now when I need soft suede, I put it away. What are the chances of that? So anyway, my friend Sue, she lives in Canada, and we like Skype and craft together. And it's a lot more fun than doing it alone, and we just kind of bounce ideas off each other, and it's just great. So Sue, she does watch. If you're watching, and I know you are, I'm talking about your plaid. So she loves plaid. And who doesn't love plaid? So you're just going to cut like a little trunk out of that. And a little more fast fuse. And I'm going to stick that little guy up there. So now we're at this point with our little star and all of our pieces. Okay, so our next thing is our little sequins that came in the pack, and they are adhesive backed, which is great. I don't put them on the tree, I just kind of put 3 around the tree. Oh, you lost your sticky, I think. Yep. Okay, 1, 2. I always do odd numbers, and you're supposed to try and make a triangle because it is pleasing to the eye. And I said, well, okay. So here we are. And for the bottom, I just did a little, yep, and not prepared. I wonder why I have no customers. Well, what could we talk about while I find my paper? My dog, my serial killer dog, has not become a serial killer. He's like has not killed anything in like a while. So I'm extremely happy about that. And I found my paper, and I'm just going to grab a piece of vanilla. And just want to cut this off. And we'll make it prettier after I stamp the sentiment. Just going bigger just in case. I'm going to cut this guy. And I will cut it nicely on my trimmer before it goes on my card. Okay, so in the kit came, oh look, it's my tape right here. Honestly. All right, so I'm going to do Happy Holidays. And yes, I have 2 sets because I had 2 kits, but they're both used because I lost one. Like my tape and my paper. I have no excuses. I don't have an excuse. If you could see my craft room, this beautiful room that my husband had made over for me is a disaster. And it's going to be my New Year's resolution to make it pretty. Okay, so I'm just stamping the Happy Holidays that came in the kit. And when you get your first kit, because Paper Pumpkin is an amazing thing. It's like everything you need except for like scissors comes in the box. You get not this stamp, not this block, but you get a block with your first kit. It comes with your ink. It comes with the paper. It comes with directions. You can also, Stampin' Up! Has videos of these to help you out. It tells you down here on the back what colors go with it in case you want to do alternate cards. And after you make some cards with the directions, you should really try just making one. Even if you go around and, and copy someone's, it really will help you to branch out with your crafting, and there's nothing wrong with branching out. Okay, so I ruined my blade on my Stampin' Up trimmer because I did not flip over my embossed papers, so I was dragging it through the embossing, and with the paper being raised and all, yeah, it made a mess. Okay, so my Happy Holidays is going on my red base, which is not red, it is what? Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so then you just glue this guy onto this guy, and if you want to make it like a little banner, you certainly can do that. Just doing it a little different right now. And we're going to stick that on the bottom. And I think I'll even stick a little sequin, if I knew what I did with them. Okay, there will be no sequins. Oh, I found there will be a sequin. It's like a Christmas miracle. Maybe I'll put one on each end. So here we have it. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. I would happily come back and demonstrate the folding more if some of you did not get it yet. And if you would like to see the other cards. But I am going to make some more using the other products in the box because it's like embossing powder. You dump it out on your thing, you do the embossing, and then you dump it back in the jar, and it looks like it's grown. It looks like it doubles. Embossing is the best thing to buy because it lasts forever. It's crazy, but it grows. And so anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll put all the information at the end of the bottom of the blog. So thank you. Have a great day.